Where's my audience? Say hi. Okay, guys. I first want you guys to imagine this. Imagine being expected for your brain to be fully functioned when you're basically half asleep. Think about that. Think about, if you're still half asleep right now, watching this video, would you be able to, to take all this information all in? Just think about it throughout the end of the video and let me know. That's what millions of American teenagers deal with every single school morning. Adolescent sleep science shows that early schools start times damage student health and academic performances, and moving start time later is an evidence-based solution. Today I've researched recommended recommendations from pediatric, medical, and public health organizations, including the American Academy of Pediatrics and the CDC, and they all constantly support later school start times. So, my purpose today is to pursue you and that middle school and high school students should adapt later school start times, because the earlier start times really puts a harm in just not to only their mental health, but it also reduces their academic performances, and also it increases safety risks. Today I'm explaining the problems caused by early school times and the biological causes behind these platforms, and the policy solution of shifting start times to at least 8:30. First, early school times negatively affect teens' health and safety. Like first things, deprivation among teenagers. If you didn't know this, it's very extremely high. The CDC reports that it's over 70%. Over 70% of high school students do not get the recommended amount of sleep throughout the night. Um, excuse me. Early school schedules also contribute to both not only mental but physical health problems. Research shows that um, sleep sleep increases risk for depression, anxiety, and obesity. And I meant sleep deprivation. This is what increases, and poor immune function. So in the stomach, the way they eat. Safety risks also include when teens start school early. One study finds that districts that delay their start time actually um, significant reductions in teen car crashes. So when kids are half asleep while driving, probably isn't really the best thing to do in that situation. But now that we understand that the harms caused by early time, let's look into the biological reasons behind these issues. The root of the problem is to shift in adolescents' circadian rhythms. Teen biology naturally shifts um, sleep cycle problems. According to the American Academic of Pediatrics, melatonin is released later during puberty, making it difficult for teens to fall asleep earlier earlier enough for 6 a.m. wake up. Teens cannot simply go to bed early. Like you can't just you gotta be in bed by you can't tell your child, hey, you gotta be in bed by 8:30. You have school tomorrow. Their mind is not ready to even go to bed yet, like naturally. But yeah, teens cannot simply just go to bed early. Excuse me. Sleep researchers emphasize that surrounding rhythms, not laziness, is not laziness or lack of discipline. it determines teenagers' sleep timing. Earlier sleep schedules directly conflict with adolescents' biology, and the mismatches between school clocks and biological clocks is the leading cause of widespread teen sleep desperation. Because the cause is biological, the solution must address the environmental specifically. School start times. The answer is for school to adapt start times to at least push back to 8:30 a.m. or later. The American Academic of Pediatric recommends this. They 100% recommend this, and there's a couple other studies that I researched that also recommend this. And as I further looked into it, I 100% think that this should apply to each and every high school and middle school. And calling later start times is very compelling, and districts that implement later start times saw instant major improvement in not only better grades, fewer tardies, and higher attendance in a lot of students. Researchers across multiple districts show that this change is completely possible when transportation schedules and district policies are reorganizable. So these things could definitely change. Now that we've seen that, now that we've seen the harms of this, the biological reasons behind them, and the proven solution, let's review and think. The question that I asked you earlier: early school times harm teen health and safety. 100%. The causes adolescents biological harm sleep patterns, and the shifting start times to at least 8:30 a.m. is a scientific support policy change. Truly, if we want healthier and safer and more successful students, we should align students' schedule with scientific facts. Supporting later times just for a policy preference, it's a commitment to a student's well being. Thank you.